So now, moving from our classic line of wine cellars, we move up to the Infinity Pro line of wine cellars. These are extremely versatile for a number of different reasons. One of the largest benefits is that they can be used in a freestanding application like the classics, or these can be built in. They have front venting fans, so these can be used under counter in a kitchen, built into a bar, what have you. They also come in both single and dual zones. So whereas the classics were just a single zone, the Infinity Pros, every size will come in a single or dual zone option. Single zone, again, ideal for storage of all wines. Dual zone allows for a mix of storage, white wine service, red wine service. Again, versatility with these cellars. And then there are the door options. So every Infinity Pro cellar, except for the SD, which is a trash compactor size, will come in both a stainless steel trim door option or a full glass door option. And there are various sizes, as I just mentioned. So you have even a small SD, which is for that trash compactor size at 15-inch width, to the S, which is ideal for under counter in that kind of standard 24 by 34-inch space, up to the M, which is a medium size unit, to the L, which we have right here, which is sort of your standard built-in bar kitchen size unit, up to the LX, and the LX is a bit of an oversized unit for those whose collections include a lot of bottles that are a little bit bigger and may need a little bit more space on the shelving. So the Infinity Pro wine cellars have a compressor cooling, similar to the classic. As I mentioned, they can be freestanding or built in because they do have the front venting fans. That makes a difference in terms of where you're going to put it in the home. Temperature zones can range from 50 to 66 on a single zone, but in the dual zones they can go down to 41 on the white wine service, which is very important for those who want to have champagne, whites ready to serve in their kitchen at any time. In terms of the surrounding ambient temperatures and clearance, so these, like the classics, can hold, they can be in areas up to around 80 degrees or so, and even though they do have front venting fans, there is a small amount of clearance, usually about an inch, that we do recommend sometimes either for the hinge, also for the back. Even though we do have the front venting fans for the exhaust, it's always ideal to leave a little bit of room for the compressor. As the compressor gets warm, the cooler that it can be, the better the unit will perform, as well as the longer it will last. So let's take a look at the different door styles and options here. So the Infinity Pros, these are all the stainless steel. As you can see, it's seamless, so there's no lines in between. These all do come with a handle, so it's a really sturdy, really nice looking, attractive stainless handle as well. They come, again, in the stainless or the full glass door option. And these are reversible. So if you do have someone who has a right hinge, they want to switch it to a left, they can do that, which also makes it ideal for creating double units. You can have a left hinge unit, right hinge unit, put them together and create a double door option, which is a real popular scenario for our customers. On the door as well, or on the grill, I should say, connect to the door, these do have a security lock and key function, which is ideal because a lot of times these will go in kitchens, in living rooms, in dining rooms where there's kids around, and that's a best way to secure your wines, making sure that those little hands stay away. So let's take a look at the shelving and the control board inside the unit. So this is the S, the under counter. As you can see, this is set up in a dual zone setting. You have a 44 and a 60 degree right now. The shelvings on this one is slide out. So these are about a 50% slide out on the smaller. I'll show you on the larger. They do come out a little bit more for better viewing. The shelf design on these are super innovative because we find that many customers have collections with larger bottles. You know, these big California Reds and these unique shaped Pinots and Turley bottles and champagnes. And on base models, a lot of times the shelvings are a little bit tight. The bottles can touch the shelves. Well, on the Infinity Pro, we spaced it out to fit some of those bigger bottles. And more importantly, on this metal graded shelf, we have these rubber real scallops here. So there's not a specific space for the bottle to sit in. The bottles will line on here, as I can show you, on this shelf, and it gives them some flexibility to move based on the specific bottle shape. So on this S, we're getting about 8 bottles per shelf, again, if you have larger champagnes and big California reds, you might go down to 7 on a shelf. Just going back to standard Bordeaux bottle capacity is what any of these units are based off of. And what's really nice is this front wood trim gives it a real high-end feel and makes it, again, not just a kitchen or bar unit. You can put these in a dining room, a living room. They have a really an elegant feel to them. The Infinity Pro S wine cellar comes with a digital control panel and has a locking and unlocking feature. So just by holding down these power and light buttons, you see the lock icon comes up. Hold them down again together for a few seconds. Unlocks the control board. From here, I can control the temperature by pressing the bottle button on the far right. So when the left one is blinking, that's for the upper zone, and that one I can go down to 41 and up to 54. Ideal for white wine service and even storage if you'd like. By hitting it again, I now go to the bottom compartment where I can set it as high as 66 if I want. So this can really be used as a storage or red wine service component, again, which makes this whole unit so versatile for storage and service of all wines. I can also turn the light on and off from the control board. And if I want to, I can also change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And then once I'm done with the settings, it will go back into readout mode after just a few seconds. And when it does, you can lock it to make sure that all your settings are saved. Another really nice feature on the Infinity Pro is that they do come with a carbon charcoal filter. And one of the important things about wine is humidity. If the air gets too dry, the corks can dry out. And so the Infinity Pros take that into consideration a little bit more with this charcoal filter. Helps keep the air clean, helps the air to circulate, and you want to ideally have a humidity somewhere around 50 to 75, even 80% is ideal for longer term wine storage, and that's really what that's for. In terms of the vibration dampeners that we talked about, these have them on the compressor as well, and they're a little bit higher quality, a little bit more quieting of the noise levels than possibly the classic. So you have a decibel that goes from, closer to 40 decibels from the 45. So again, another reason these can be placed anywhere in a living area. People have them in their dining rooms, their living rooms, their offices, and they're just really versatile of any location in the home or restaurant space. Electrical requirements, the same 15 amps for a single unit. If you have two on an amp, on one circuit, you do want to make sure you have a 20 amp. And the nice part about the warranty on these Infinity Pros, whereas the classics have the 1 year, parts and labor 5 compressor, these have a full 3-year warranty on the entire sealed cooling system. meaning the compressor, the coils, anything that has to do with that cooling system comes with a 3-year warranty. So there's a little bit more security and a little bit more confidence that these can be sold to the customers with. So here we have it, our line of Infinity Pro built-in wine cellars. Next, we will move to the world of Yurikov.